As I've said, the most interesting part of learning about the credit repair and credit improvement system is to examine the myths, misconceptions, old wives' tales, urban legends, whatever you want to call them, and examine them in detail and see if there's a kernel of truth to them or if they're simply outright false. The system does have a number of these. They never seem to end, and they always make for a fascinating essay or video to examine the new ones as they come in. So with that in mind, let's examine 7 more credit repair myths and old wives' tales. Well, let's examine 7 more myths and urban legends and see if there's any truth to them at all, or if they are simply about as true as Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. Number 1, too much credit is harmful. This is a very prevalent myth, and I think the source of it is that people say that a potential creditor is afraid that you're running up a lot of credit so that you could take a big killing and move town or something. There's no truth at all to this. As far as your credit score is concerned, you can never have too much available credit. So don't worry about that. As a matter of fact, for the most of us, that is the least of our worries, let's face it, having too much credit. Number 2, inquiries by debt collectors hurt my score. Debt collectors are allowed to make inquiries as to what your credit score is. The government allows them to do that, but these are what's called soft inquiries, as we've discussed. A soft inquiry has no effect whatsoever on your credit score, as opposed to a hard inquiry, which is an inquiry which is made to a prospective money lender. So you needn't worry about debt collectors' inquiries hurting your score. Purchasing alcohol hurts my score. The credit reporting agencies don't care what you purchase, whether it's alcohol, whether it's entrance to a gentleman's club or a massage parlor, or any number of pursuits that maybe you might think might hurt your score because there's some kind of questionable morality in the minds of some people. The credit reporting agencies are not keepers of the moral track of the United States, so you needn't really worry about that. It's amazing that I do get asked that one quite a bit, but there's nothing to worry about when it comes to that. Creditors have to accept a dollar payment. Another very persistent myth. Many people think you can just drive them crazy by sending them $1 and that stops them from reporting you. There is no truth to that. They don't have to accept a dollar payment or any other partial payment. There's nothing in the contract that requires them to do that, nor is there any law that requires them to do that. Finally, this one is to me, very important to understand. These debt settlement companies that claim that they will handle all your debts for you if you have a lot of different companies not calling you, harassing you. You may be tempted to go to a debt settlement company, try to have them handle it for you and settle for reduced amounts or refinance and roll it over. That is not going to help your score. As a matter of fact, it will hurt your score, because what a lot of debt companies do is they take the money and they hold the money until you have a certain amount and then try to settle it for less than you really owe. And the result is all that time they're holding it, it's still being reported every month to the credit reporting agencies. And when they settle it, it's put down as settled for less than the full amount. So don't ever think a debt settlement company is going to help your credit score. And as a matter of fact, I don't know of a single case where I can honestly say going to a debt settlement company is a good idea. I would stay away from them. Many of them are outright frauds. I don't know. I'm sure there are some that try to do a good job. They're not going to help your score, not at all. Another one, number 6, opting out of credit card offers helps. What I'm referring to here is the credit card offers that come in the mail unsolicited, in which they say you are pre-approved or you may already be approved. You can opt out of them. You can do that very easily so that they won't come anymore. But these kind of credit card offers are based on people that have ready credit score. But in fact, their offers are a soft inquiry, so they don't have any effect on your score at all. So if you find them annoying, by all means opt out of them, but don't expect that to have any effect on your score, no matter what anyone tells you, it won't. And along the same lines, there are people that think that the hard inquiries, the inquiries that bring your score down for a year by approximately 5 points when you apply for a loan, can be bumped off by doing a number of soft inquiries. In other words, by perhaps keep checking your own, and that somehow or other the soft inquiries are going to make the credit reporting agency run out of room for a hard inquiry, and it will get bumped off on the theory that the last in and first out will take care of that, and that after some certain magic number they will be gone. But believe me, the computers have much longer memories than that, and that is not a tactic that's ever going to work. Well, that's 7 more myths and urban legends, and I'm sure they will keep coming in, so we'll be back for more.